Guys, lots of shit happened over the weekend. You'd think we were in mid-season form in the NFL with how much stuff has happened over the
Dude, the
weekend.
news
Lots
the
of
news aggregators were going nuts.
Lots of
news, news,
stuff.
news. It's new news to us, new news to you, right? Uh, Shut up, Kelsey. Um,
Hey, yo.
Lots of PR teams. We're going to talk about two PR teams specifically, but we're doing a lot of work over the weekend. One example of sort of bad PR, because I have some interesting thoughts on this as well. But I'm sure we've all seen the Ingrid whoever female country star singing the national anthem at the
Never heard of her in my life
never. I
before
don't keep up
last
with
night.
country music, and
I,
like these names come out of nowhere, man. I
she's
don't.
I
apparently
have
like a
not seen
four-time
this
Grammy
yet.
winner. I've
Grammy
never
Wimmer.
winner. Four times she's like a four-time Grammy winner. And yeah, never heard of her until last night. And I I'm not a big baseball fan, but I watched the home run derby because Bobby Witt was in it. And
So
I,
I know what you guys are
goals.
talking about, but for the people that are listening that don't know what you're talking about, do you guys care to elaborate?
The national anthem.
I was getting ready to elaborate, and
Yeah.
I got cut
Come
off.
on, Sean.
What about the national anthem? Please go on.
She places herself in the same air as people like Fergie with how bad she butchered her own rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. It was atrocious. People were speculating that she had like ear problems and couldn't hear herself with like the pitch and all that stuff. There's no excuses because it was god awful. And come to find out, I don't know if it was the day after, a couple days later, but she put out an Instagram post saying about she's had a problem with alcoholism. She's checking herself into. I think in hindsight, they're just trying to they're just trying to give the best excuse possible for how bad that was. She's trying to deflect the heat to a problem. Um, in all seriousness, please do go get the help that you need. But I don't know if you being drunk was really the reason why that was so bad. Because I sing better when I'm drunk. I
Thanks to
sing
you.
way better when I'm drunk.
No, so that she put that post out on Instagram today, being Tuesday, the day after the home run derby, which happened on Monday. And yeah, I mean the singing, you are 100% correct. It does go in the Fergie category. It may have been worse than Fergie, John. It was
Yeah.
awful. I mean,
Ooh.
the pitch was bad. The timing was completely off. Like, yes, when we think about the Fergie, the voice fluctuation, the pitch, everything was really bad with Fergie. With Ingrid, it was worse. The timing was completely
Uh-huh.
off. It was also all a cappella. There was no music to go with it.
What?
So it was just her voice getting
She was in the
everything
spotlight.
completely wrong, doing her own rendition. The rendition itself, even if she was not drunk and even if her voice was immaculate, which I don't know if it is because I've never heard
It
of
was
this
it
chick.
was questionable.
The rendition itself was questionable. You put that in with how bad she actually was. I don't know. And I wasn't watching the TV when it was happening. I don't know if she looked drunk. It was horrible. Could not have been worse.
So she's gonna go get a safe place to detox, and she's gonna be in a celebrity rehab where she's nice and comfortable. Being a four-time Grammy winner, I would expect no less.
Her quote on Instagram was, "I heard rehab is fun."
I saw that.
Got to
So
you got to
she's
be
looking
real
forward
rich
to
to
it,
live.
guys. She doesn't
Got to
sound
be
like
real
she's
rich.
dreading it at all. So
Club Med.
I think
Gotta
it,
love
I
it.
think it's really just like a little stunt to say, man, I don't really have any other excuse besides like a serious issue
Bad PR.
God, that was so bad.
for the MLB as well. Like not just her. They let a drunk go without any music singing
You
Yeah,
gotta
that's
at
the
the
cover
other
home
that
run
thing.
shit
That's
derby.
up.
not good for MLB to not be able to recognize when somebody's going out on the field completely inebriated to the point of like nobody caught this. Nobody was back in the green room asking her
That's
to
why I
warm up.
say it's just like she's trying to deflect here. Like you
Listen,
know,
The MLB has the only commissioner in sports that actually hates the sport they commission. I feel like Rob Manfred hates baseball.
You're probably not wrong.
He's trying to
Rob
sabotage
Manfred
everything right now.
doesn't do he did there's one thing that he's done well for baseball, and it's the pitch clock to make the game go by faster. Instead of 4 hours, it's 2.5 for a long game now, and that's been fantastic. But also, it's not on TV, so nobody knows what's going on unless you're actually at the game, or you pay 50 plus per month for Bally Sports, which nobody does. That's why it's bankrupt.
Some people do, and they're
I
crazy.
I mean, some people do,
So,
but
yeah.
Bally's is bankrupt for a reason.
PR flop. Ingrid looks bad. MLB looks bad. The Star Spangled Banner took a little chip on his shoulder there with how bad it was sang. But in other patriotic news, in all seriousness, the Trump PR team was on fire, guys. I knew within like 10 minutes of it happening, thanks to Mr. Ty Bob. Like the quickest Twitter post he could find, he sent it to the group. Real
Twitter
quick.
fingers,
And
baby.
that was before we all saw it first too, which is unheard of.
I want to approach this with a healthy amount of skepticism because all the information that the public has, man, it doesn't look good. Like it looks like a setup. It looks like an inside job.
Nope.
But I think
We condemn all assassination attempts.
We are an
We condemn-
anti-assassination podcast.
I'm just saying.
Go on.
Lee Harvey Oswald and the gang had to hit a moving target and completed the job, and this motherfucker he's got
was
a
there for
still
30
target.
minutes.
He's not moving, stationary, in the middle of like, got to be the easiest fucking shot in the world. And then you can see the snipe. You got the camera angle of the sniper looking at the motherfucker, and he doesn't take the shot until afterwards. I don't care what the Secret Service is telling you in the earpiece. Like, if you see a gunman targeting your president, please take the shot. What are we doing, guys?
This has to be 100% a setup. As good as the PR was for the few days, remove that. We're now multiple days removed. We can take a look at everything.
It's good PR because it's going to get him elected. These voters are going to get behind him, and they're going to be like, "Oh, dude, Trump survived an assassination attempt. That's my president. Hell yeah, brother!" Like,
yeah, no, everybody on Facebook who is only on Facebook. It's really good for them, but. Removed.
How many of your friends on Facebook posted that picture of Donald Trump like this afterwards, bro?
If I got on Facebook, it would probably be all of them. That was wild. It's a really dope photo. Somebody should use that on the cover of their album. Like, it's a really good photo. But 20-year-old kid, he and his dad donated to the Republican Party. But what's worse is there's people who were telling the police for 30 minutes before the speech from Trump that there was somebody there. It never got cleared by Secret Service or any of the police that were there. Apparently, I don't know if this is true or not. I read it in an article that this is a police like training ground. Like they go there for combat training or surveillance tactics, things of that nature. So it's an area of which they're always around. But the crazy thing is there's only two buildings. One where the Secret Service sniper was, and the other building, which is where this kid was. Like, what are we doing?
We are setting up an assassination attempt on the president to make the president look good in the eyes of his constituency.
He's got fat reflexes. That PR team has all the gold that they could mine. Because those reflexes.
You know who doesn't have good reflexes? You know who doesn't have good reflexes? The security detail that fucking gathered around Trump after the shooting. They were running they did not know what was going on from like the video of them getting him out into the car, and they're just like, all the girls are like darting back and forth like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, have some. This is what you are paid to do. Like, this is your job, and you're freaking out. Like, you don't make me feel safe if I'm president. Like, you need to calm, orderly fashion, do what you need to do, and they're running around like worker ants, like trying to find a queen or something. Like,
They had 7 people who couldn't tackle a 76-year-old man to the ground. You've got a woman who's 5'7", maybe, who's holstering her pistol while still not knowing that the area is clear. The comments,
Well, you're
whatever you think about like is DEI the actual term? I don't know. But the memes about DEI and not having a woman a part of the Secret Service who's holstering her weapon and also half the size of Trump, those memes were pretty good. Bad PR for the MLB, bad PR for Secret Service, great PR for Trump.
he's gonna be a martyr, but still be alive.